trip. Finally. 2020 has been absolutely brutal for getting out on the bike, but this weekend I had the opportunity to head out to Baseline Mountain for Baseline Mountain Biking Club's 4th annual poker rally. Now, I'm no stranger to Baseline Mountain. In fact, 15 years ago I was a frequent flyer here, along with all my riding buddies. We'd be out here every second weekend, doing the Canada Cup races, ripping laps on Bearded Lady, filming videos, and just generally having the time of our lives. But a lot has changed for us in 15 years. I was excited to see how time had treated this old place. Oh yeah, and what the hell is a poker rally? So as I arrive in park, I immediately get a nostalgic feeling. Seeing all the trucks brimming with bikes, the pavilions set up with flags waving, the riders congregating, it all brought me back to the days of racing here in the past. The only thing missing was the pre-race nerves. After registering, I quickly found out that rides to the top were not included with my ticket, which was a bit of an issue because I was rolling solo. Luckily, as all the trucks headed up and left me in the dust, Jerry noticed me, all dressed up with nowhere to go, and took me under his wing. So we loaded up the bikes and headed for the top. My anticipation to get some laps in was absolutely peaking. Oh yeah, this view. Seriously, I never get tired of it. Just amazing. Anyway, after a group photo, everyone grabbed their bike and started riding. It was up to each rider to decide how to get back down. I had no idea what I was doing, so I picked the closest trail, which ended up being an awesome downhill ripper called Yoga Pants. My first run down had a bit of everything. Some high speed, steeps, guys frantically diving off of stunts to get out of the way, gimbal failures, neat, fun wooden features like this drop, flowing along with other riders, and this awesome high-speed finish with double jumps at the end. Awesome. Now let's do it again. So back at the top, this time our shuttle group decided to stay together and do a trail called Rewards. Like Yoga Pants, Rewards was a trail I'd never done before.
Okay, I'll be scouting too though, so if I'm in your way, just yell.
Yeah, I know you're
Reward shares its start with the infamous Bearded Lady, one of the steepest trails on the mountain. It is so steep. Your brain tells you to hit the brakes instinctively, but the brakes just immediately lock. Gravity is kicking traction's ass, and for a few moments, I become a guy falling down a mountain with a fancy carbon stick in my hand, hoping things work out for me.
Sick.
Okay, that guy did that way better than me. Awesome.
Go ahead.
Let's call that a double black, because getting to the black,
Yeah.
it gets sketchy enough.
I was like, I'm not really ready for Bearded Lady, but that's like the worst part of Bearded Lady.
Yeah.
Almost, anyways.
Holy f***, this
Oh, this is sick. So much loam. Yeah. So sick. Oh my god, that was amazing. Sick.
One of the best parts of an event like this is the chance to meet and ride with new people.
I heard someone screaming. Was it good screaming?
Yes.
Today was no exception. This is Paul and this is Anne-Marie. I had the pleasure of riding with these two most of the day, and they were an absolute blast. You could feel the stoke coming off of them, and it was totally contagious.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's amazing.
Isn't that good?
Yes. I just can't believe like how soft some of those like.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little steeper than I thought it was.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it's like a pretty chill trail. I'm like, this is pretty steep.
Holy, that was amazing. And back to the top. This time, the mistress of the mountain, the steep seductress, the Lorelei of Loam, the one, the only, bearded lady.
Whoa!
It was right about here that I noticed my edge was starting to dull, which is ironic because of all the trails I rode here, this was the only one I was familiar with. I used to change this trail's diapers back in the day. Not so much anymore. I'll be back to fix that next year, but in the meantime, we're still going to make the best of it.
Not my best work.
You need a lawyer.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Seriously though, just look at that. Look at how steep that is. It's absolutely breathtaking and terrifying at the same time.
Coming down. Tough enough for me. Yeah. This is a good tree right here.
A lot better over here, but
Now this part for me was an absolute highlight. Chasing Paul down the lower part of the trail will stick with me for a long time. Given how much I was fighting myself at this point, I was in way over my head speed-wise trying to keep up. The trail is way rougher than it looks here thanks to the camera gimbal, but somehow I managed to hold on and the adrenaline was absolutely flowing.
Yeah. Terrible. I gotta look first.
look at it.
It's a little one. This has got to be like the 5th iteration of this thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you got on there by a foot. Nice.
Should I try it?
Yeah.
That was an amazing run. But I have an unfortunate habit of letting riding mistakes go to my head. As we loaded up the bikes, all I could think about was getting back up and slaying those demons before any fear set in.
Probably a lot different from 10 years ago when you rode it the lady. Okay?
Yes.
That's 100% different than 1995.
Unfortunately, the demon slaying would have to wait. As we drove back up for another attempt, we noticed the medical truck hot on our tail. We pulled over and we were told that the road was closing. Someone had gotten injured. It quickly escalated, and within a few minutes we were told that Star's air ambulance was inbound. I've heard rumors about what happened to the rider, but since I don't know for sure, I won't say anything at this point, except that I know he's okay, he's safe, and he's resting up at home. And with that, the 4th annual Baseline Mountain Biking Club Poker Rally came to a close. I still don't know what a poker rally is, but it was super fun. Being back at Baseline after so many years was so fulfilling on a personal level. It hasn't changed a bit. It's a mountain after all. Me, on the other hand, I honestly thought I was going to roll up on Bearded Lady and clean it, just like old times. I'm glad I didn't. As I drove home, all I could think about was coming back for those demons. See you next year, Baseline.